G'day everyone, welcome home and you're watching Campingmates. Today we're going to talk about roof rack systems. This particular version. I always want to do a bit of a video about the roof rack system that I've got on the mark. So I'm not going to talk about deep into the roof rack systems, stuff like that. I'm gonna touch base on the Rhino Rack backbone system that I've got. I don't have anything against them or anything particular. I'm not sponsored from them, so I'm just giving my thoughts for you guys and just having a say. I've got a couple of questions that I prepared for myself that someone might ask about the roof rack system. So that's the questionnaire that I'm going to go through, so let's get into it. All right, do I like it? Absolutely yes. It's one of the best looking roof rack systems out there. What kind of roof rack system I've got? The backbone version 2 for Mitsubishi Pajero Sport, Pioneer platform, and backbone receiving system. How long it took to put together? It says on the instructions about an hour and a half. I reckon it's an hour, but it took me about two and a half hours because I'm not really good with the tools and I had to actually get rid of all these stuff. There is like two railings on the car and you have to get those out before you install this, and a bit of a cleaning happening and all that put together. And also I filmed the entire thing even from picking up the roof rack system from Rhino Rack. So there's a future video. I might do it, I might not. But I filmed everything, so I reckon that's why it took me 2.5 hours. Yeah, so numbers. Yeah, I'm gonna throw these numbers out there. Check all those videos from Tyler Thompson's and Ronnie Dahl on the down in the description if you really wanted to go into numbers and mathematical equation and all that stuff. But if you got anything with this kind of roof capacity, which is 80 kilos, you can carry on this car standard 80 kilos. So this system weighs about 32 kilos together, and then you have actual roof carrying capacity. If you put something like this on a particular version of a car where you can carry 80 kilos, you can carry 48 kilos. So that's the number that you can carry on road. So there is another number you have to worry about when you're thinking about Rhino Rack systems. So off-road load capacity. So for my car, on-road 48 kilos, off-road 32 kilos. Is it worth $1,600? In my opinion, it's the only turn down for me is the off-road load limit, separate off-road limit. So for an example, my awning weighs about 15 kilos. And when you get rid of that weight from the roof rack loading capacity on road or off road, it just absolutely, there is nothing. You can't really put a jerry can in there. You can't really put a spare wheel in there. You can put like a pair of max racks or 4 and a couple of lights in there, gas tank, well. I don't think that served the purpose that you're going for a roof rack. You can put some firewood there and then stuff like that, but light equipment, you can't really go heavy. And I would personally not recommend you to go top heavy when you're going off-road or even on road. It's just one of those liabilities that you don't really want to get into your conscience, because when it's come to big weights on the roof, it's just a bit dangerous. There is more chances that you're going to end up lead down. So that's my opinion when it's come to loading stuff onto the roof. Would I get one if I had to buy another roof rack? I probably not. The way I started is like Rhino Rack is well-known brand, so that's why I went with them. And also I didn't pay the full price for it. This is not a sponsored video or anything like that, but I've got a 50% off for the entire system, so I paid it around $800. I will make another video if you really want to know how to get a 50% off from them. If I'm going for full RRP and if I have to buy something like that next time roof racks, I would not really go in this way. I will look further else and I'll do my research about other roof racks on the market. So yeah, there is that. Wind noise, another big factor. Like for me, I really love quiet driving cars. When I had it stock standard without anything, when I put my roof rack, when I put my awning in there, there was a bit of a wind noise, but it's barely noticeable. But when you're going something like that substantial, entire roof width, there always have a bit of a noise in there. So it's not like a whistling noise or anything like that, but it sounds a bit gusty. But regardless of Rhino Rack or any rack, if you're putting like a full width, full length roof rack, I'm pretty sure that you're gonna end up with that problem. But usually my car doesn't have much modification. I don't have a snorkel or bull bar, so its wind noise is pretty good at the moment. But if you've got a bull bar, I'm pretty sure, and the snorkel, I don't think you would notice it at all. In conclusion, should you buy one? Depends. If you're going for the looks and if you're not going off-road, and if you're driving a lot, highway driving, and if you're not willing to put a lot of stuff in the roof rack like 4 jerry cans and this power wheel, I mean, by all means, just go for it. But if you're doing much more off-road driving, and if you need to put something heavy in there, I would look somewhere else. So just know what you walk into before you actually spend your hard-earned dollars. So for Rhino Rack, there is 2 ratings. Other stuff I don't know because I don't have them. I haven't done my research about it. So there it is. And also, if you're thinking about Rhino Rack systems, I wanted to stress this because just think about, they do have 2 rating system up to today. So when I'm putting this one up, they had 2 rating systems for on-road and off-road. Just check those. Do not overload your roof rack, and you don't want it to have a catastrophe on when you're driving 110 k's an hour. Think about others, and please do not overload your roof rack. Just know what are you doing with your roof rack. So on that note, I'm gonna get the hell out of here, and until next one, hooroo, see you later.